Oh, Fantasy League. I should probably get on that. Well, better see how far we're going.
At the moment, Yanko's just doing both the scuttle and her mother as
What?
doing both the scuttle and her mother as she.
Right, hold on. Is this League of Legends? Is this the LEC or is it? Oh. I can explain. It's playoffs time. Here we are. It's Fantasy League. Episode 9? Yeah, 9. Now, quick announcement. We did say there were supposed to be 4 players moving into this next round, but due to a catastrophic computer failure, Duncan was unable to participate, so he's out. So there's 3 left. Let's get straight into round 2 rules then. So, playoffs. We'll predict, say we, players will predict which team will achieve each of the original 6 objectives from the regular split the fastest. 1 point for each prediction, and the remaining 3 players will also be able to do a tie break for that as well, just in case scores end up being the same. Points will roll over because there's no elimination, but lowest score after 2 weeks, gone, done. So, very quickly, we'll have a look at these round 2 predictions. Now, these were done blind, so none of the players, D, Martin, or Stefan, knew what anyone else had predicted. So if you have a look on this Discord screen cap, you can sort of see very quickly how all the predictions are lined up. Pause if you want to see them more, because we need to just get into this. Let's go on to the playoffs. Round 1 rundown. So, straight in. Low bracket, game 1, Fanatic versus SK. And the way that I'm going to do these, we're going to go through the predictions and the results just like any other match. So the first dragon of the first game was taken by Fnatic, as was the first blood. Now, to distinguish the fastest objective from anything else, they'll be marked in a ugly gold colour. Fnatic just trouncing SK in this first game. Just SK not ready for Fnatic. They want to make sure they don't get out of that lower bracket. Baron, fastest Baron, went to Fnatic in game 1. They just were not getting any closer. Now after this bloodbath, as you can see, it was Fnatic's to lose, so we moved to game 2. Side selection stayed the same. Fnatic stayed on the blue side and got themselves the first blood again, getting slightly quicker but not the quickest. Herald, also taken by Fnatic. This just wasn't a great objective game for SK during this whole series, to be fair. Now, they did get themselves an ocean drake, 10 minutes in, which is late for a dragon, and that was in game 2. First tower ended up at Fnatic's during some sort of mid-kerfuffle. Just happened. Baron, taken 22 minutes into the game, nearly 23 minutes. Easily done. But SK turned that one around and brought the series to 1 game apiece. It was probably worth mentioning that all these games are best of 5s as well, just to bring it on. Now, game 3. And First Blood did go to Fnatic after a weird, bit of overlay business. Dragon also went to Fnatic, this time getting a bit closer to normal times. Fastest Herald of the series, though, was picked up in this game, and first tower was also the fastest in this game, both Fnatics. Baron did also end up that way, but the win was also taken the fastest, just shy of 30 minutes. I'll say just shy, just over. Game 4. Could SK pick this back up? Bring this to a 5-game series? With that first blood, no. Fastest first blood of playoffs, let alone the series. First dragon was also the fastest in this game. Herald was taken by SK, but didn't really put much use to it. Tower, though, was taken on the top, not the bottom, where TP happened. Baron was picked up by SK, but could they make the use of it? Well, it was very close. But no, Fnatic got that win and got the series, and they move into the next round. So that's the lower bracket match. Now we've got two upper bracket games. First up, split leaders G2 versus Schalke, and First Blood went the way of Schalke in the game. Well, 6 minutes in, it was fine. Fastest Herald was picked up by G2 in this game, around the 8.5 minute mark. So not really much wiggle room given an 8-minute spawn. Dragon was picked up just shy of 10 minutes by Schalke, and first tower of this game was picked up by them as well. Now, fastest Baron, definitely G2's, definitely in this game. 22 minutes, pretty damn quick. 27-minute win by G2, also pretty damn quick. Right, game 2. See if Schalke could bring it forward. I'll give you a spoiler, it was a 5-game series. Fastest First Blood of the game, picked up by G2, just shy of 2 minutes. And Dragon, picked up by Schalke. Sides stayed the same this game. Bit of kerfuffle in the river over Herald, but it was G2's, not stolen. It's all good. First tower was taken during this replay of said fight in the river. And that was not true, but Baron picked up by G2. I think that was the second Herald. I get confused. It's just how it works. G2 picked up this win 4 minutes later than their fastest game. Now, game 3. If Schalke wanted to pull it back, they needed to do it here. And they did. They got themselves the blue side, got themselves a First Blood, around, nearly 6 minutes. It was fine. Herald also picked up by them during this bot side fight. Now, fastest tower of the game was also picked up by them in this game. Dragon also picked up by Schalke. Now, if we were predicting sweeps, this would have been the one to go for. It was clean, it was brutal, it was nice, and they got themselves the win. 2-1 to G2 in the series so far. Game 4. They needed to pick this back up, and how did they do it? Well, brutally. Nice First Blood at just shy of 4 minutes for Schalke. Fastest Dragon of the game, picked up by Schalke in game number 4 as well. Herald, also taken by them. This was just a resurgence of gameplay, and G2 being a bit off on it. Now, they did get the first tower of that game, and they nearly got themselves a Baron, except it was stolen, and Schalke brought the series level. 2 games apiece, 40 odd minutes in. So it all came down to game 5. First Blood went to G2, 4 minutes in, just a nice little engage in the bottom lane. Fastest Dragon was not this game, but it was the first Dragon for G2. As was the Herald. Just picked up calm as you like. Use a nice team fight. No Herald there. Must have happened beforehand. I forget. It's been a week. Baron, though, was picked up by Schalke, but it just didn't go their way. G2 won the series 3-2. So, we've got one last game. Let's bring it on. Mad Lions versus Rogue in the other upper bracket game. These have faced each other quite a few times, and, well, it showed. First Blood went to Rogue pretty cleanly. Herald picked up around 11 minutes in the game. Pretty slow for a Herald, to be fair. Dragon was picked up by Mad Lions. Again, late. There's a lot of tentative gameplay for this. First tower, though, did go to Rogue about a minute after the Dragon was taken. Baron was also picked up by Rogue in this game. Just shy of 24 minutes, and after an even kill, an even spread, But Rogue just about picked up the win. 1-0. We moved to game 2 though, and it was all Mad Lions' to lose. They didn't look like doing it. They came out of the gates. Got themselves that first blood 3.5 minutes in. Herald picked up again, near 11 minutes, a little late. Then Dragon was picked up by Rogue instead while this top lane fight was happening. In fact, it sort of happened afterwards. It was in the middle of a replay. But Mad Lions used that Herald to effect on the tower at the bottom. Baron, fastest of the series, picked up by Mad Lions. Nice little river team fight as well. But it took a few minutes and another Baron to get themselves the win. 1 apiece. Now game 3. And things just got more fun. Fastest first blood of the series was picked up by Rogue. Just a nice little Rakan boopity boop knock up. There we go. And Herald picked up by Mad Lions. And the tower, the fastest of the series. Just over 12 minutes. First Dragon was also picked up by Mad Lions. Now the kill score was pretty even. Gold was leaning that way, and then around that 20-minute mark, they just didn't bother. They just went for it. They got themselves the fastest win of the series on this one. So it was match point. Could Rogue pull it back? We'll find out in game 4, where we'll see some more results. First blood picked up by Mad Lions 5 minutes into the game. It just didn't happen. But this is where Hans Sommer and his 200 Years of Helios was going off. So, fastest predictions, or fastest results just happened everywhere. First tower was picked up by Rogue. Just there, you can see it, just about in the replay. But Baron was picked up by Mad Lions, and they sort of got themselves back into the game, even with a soul. Rogue couldn't do it. Mad Lions win 3-1. So now let's just see how that calculated in our scores. Now Stefan is in the lead on 11 points. Dee and Martin are tied 8 points, and going through the tiebreakers, they're also tied through that. So it's going to be an interesting thing to see with these predictions for next week how it's going to work, because only 2 can go through. So we'll find out what happens in playoffs week 2. We'll see you soon.